Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about some fragrances that I feel like are super underrated. Now you guys know I love perfume and I have a lot of it, and I was looking through my collection the other day and I think these are some perfumes I feel like no one really talks about and they're just so amazing, or at least I feel like there are other perfumes from the brand that outshine these, but I feel like these are actually better than the most like famous or viral ones. So let's talk about it. Now, I want to give a precursor. I love more like rosy, fresh and sweet scents. So if you're not into that and you like some of the gourmands like vanilla, some pistachio, or if you're into more like the woodsy, like sensual scents, this might not work for you because we like different scents. And at this time, I just like things that are like sweeter, fresher, and just wears well with everything. So these are kind of a little bit more on the more like sweeter side, and they all have like fruity and rosy scents to them. So that's just like heads up. So if you're not into those notes, you don't need to watch this video. It will not help you at all. But if you do, this is for you. I'm gonna start off first with this 10ml fragrance. This is Burberry Her Eau de Toilette, and I love this scent. Burberry Her has been like popping off the internet. It's literally so viral. Burberry Her for being a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540, which is literally apparently the most famous perfume of like 2023, which I think is wild. But I really like Burberry Her, like Eau de Toilette. I think this is better than the entire Burberry Her line. This, like, out of all the flankers, this is my favorite because this is a little bit more like refreshing and softer. It's this beautiful grape soda scent, and it literally smells like you open like a can of like soft drink in the summertime at like the playground. It just smells so good. It's really refreshing, really sweet. I feel like Burberry Her is a little bit too vanilla, too like strong. It feels too like thick almost. This is a very light, airy scent, which I think just pairs well with anything, any look, any occasion. It's just so good. It's inoffensive and it lasts like decently long, like a good 5 hours before it starts to fade. And it just has like these really creamy, softer notes to it, which I think is really good for like anyone of any age as well. I think this is great for like the younger people. If you want to like sneak a little bit of perfume to school, but you don't want it to be too intense, this is perfect. And I just think this is so, it's just so nice. It's just such a go-to, especially during the hotter months. Oh my gosh, especially when it's like super hot here in Sydney. This is just so good. It's just like a better alternative to like your classic citrus scents. This gives a little bit more of like a fruity edge, which I love and I think it's so good. I do have this in like the 10ml, so it's a travel kind of situation, and I just chuck it into my purse or whatever and I just like spritz it throughout the day and I like it. I would actually consider getting this in like a bigger size when I finish with this, but that might take a while considering it looks pretty new right now. The next perfume I want to talk about is actually from Juicy Couture, and this is my first fragrance from them. This is Juicy Couture Viva La Rosé. Now, everyone loves the original Juicy Couture, like the gold, like the vanilla, like the really gourmand scent. But I like this one because it's, again, it's very rosy. I love the packaging, by the way. Like, how cute is this ribbon, like this little like pin? And Juicy Couture is actually so maximalist. I love them. But this is what I'm wearing today. I don't know why I'm smelling it from the bottle when I have it literally all over my body, but this is literally like such a beautiful champagne rosé scent. It's just, oh, so cute. And I do like the whole like glitter just motif. This is just a really strong, bubbly and beautiful rose scent. It is really good again for like the hotter weather because it's not too offensive. And even now I feel like this has like that kind of fruity touch to it as well. It's like almost a rose infused soda water. It's not like a strong rose water or like a like rose kind of thicker creamy texture. It's like a freshly bloomed rose. You can barely smell it. It's really nice, but you definitely can recognize that it's a rose scent. I just really like that about it. I think it's one you can literally wear again any occasion. I'm pretty sure this is an eau de parfum, but this one is like another like 6-hour perfume. It does start to fade a little bit, but I think it's one that it's inoffensive, you can wear for any occasion. And I think this is much nicer because the original one is just a little bit headache inducing for me. It's too strong, it's too vanilla, too like gourmand, and I feel like people will smell it like miles away, whereas this one, people were like, oh, that smells nice, but they have to get really close to know it's you, which I think is a bit better. It suits me a little bit more. That's the kind of perfume I like to go for. I don't want to be super loud or strong about it, and it's a pretty nice scent. It's not super special because it's just like a soft rose, but I really like it, and I think this is one you can definitely try out. No one talks about it ever. It's just an underrated perfume in my opinion, and I really like it. Next is Salvatore Ferragamo Signorina. I talk about this a lot and I feel like no one else does. It's just a really nice office scent. It gives like a professional edge to it. I love like the peppercorn. It gives a little bit of spice to it, and again it has that rose scent to it. I just think it's such a well blended powdery scent. It's like when this is gonna make it sound bad, but it kind of smells like grandma's closet. Like you get that little bit of like cotton scent, a little bit musky and a little bit spicy, but it's such a comforting one, and because it has like a surrounding sweet aroma to it, it makes it a little bit more unique, and I feel like it's just a really nice scent for like corporate girlies, and when you go to work you're like, oh, I want to smell a little bit like, you know, put together and like crisp and clean with my blazer. Like this is just amazing. I really like it. I don't know why no one talks about it. It's so good, and even if you want to just wear it for every day, this is so good as well. I wouldn't wear it on a super hot day. It can get a little bit like clingy and sticky. I would say like a good spring, winter and autumn scent, something a little bit colder, but it is pretty like universal, like especially if you're in the office. They all have AC, so it's completely fine. And this one, it does have quite nice projection, so I wouldn't say like go crazy with it. Maybe like a spritz on the wrist, a little bit on like the corner of like your pants, like just to make it like project a little bit more, but don't go too haywire with it. It's a little bit stronger, and because it has that little bit of like peppercorn, it's a little bit spicier. It gets a little bit more like, people notice it a lot more than like your fruity scents, which is just like literally just sweet. But I really like this. I think it's amazing, and for designer perfume it's not super pricey either. The last perfume I want to talk about is also quite famous, but I feel like it's overshadowed, and it's from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Yes, I bought this not long ago and I've been wanting it for the longest time. I literally had like a whole like budgeting wish list for this, because this costed me so much money. Like I don't know why I would spend like $400 on flavored water, but I just wanted it. It smelled so good. But this is A La Rose, and this is the eau de parfum, and I absolutely love it. This is so cool. Comes in this very bougie box, and I'm not throwing it away. It did make some squeaky noises, but this just, it's so luxurious. It's so pretty. It's everything, and I love the, oh, this is just so good. I like how they have like the little rose on the back as well. It has this beautiful like glass and gold hardware, and it's just, it's so, it looks so timeless. It's so pretty. But yes, I didn't buy it because it was just pretty. I did. That was a huge consideration, but I do love this scent as well. Again, it's a rose, A La Rose. But oh, this is just an incredible perfume, because you have like the blends of pink rose petals, a little bit of like the red rose, like almost like the red rose juice, and it feels like very comforting with those hidden notes of almost, I would say like, I wouldn't say musk, but it definitely has like a kind of clean linen scent underneath as well. It adds a beautiful sillage. People can smell it on you, but again, it's not like super harsh. It just is something that people are like, oh, that smells really nice, and they walk closer and it's like they get a whiff and it's like, oh, that's a nice perfume and you smell great. And I feel like genuinely when I wear it, I feel more elevated, and I think that's definitely placebo, because I know like, oh, this was really expensive, it better make me feel good, and I'm probably wearing it on an occasion that's special, so it makes me feel good already. But I just really like the scent of it. It's like a really nice balance between sweet and still like put together. It's not like one of those candy perfumes. It's just really, really nice for literally any occasion, any weather. It will just add that extra touch to your day and you will feel so good in it. And what I really liked about this is that even though it's a rose scent, it's quite unique, at least from what I smell. Usually it's just like a sweet rose, but this one, as I said, it's like more balanced and it has great projection, as I said, and it lasts a good like 8 hours. It lasts really long, especially if you like spray it onto your clothes. It lasts like all day, good 12 hours. And this is just one of those perfumes that have been on my wish list for the longest time. So when I bought it, I was like, oh, this is such a dream come true. I love this perfume. I'm one of those weird people where I want to like kind of collect a perfume from each brand, and this is, in my opinion, the best perfume for women, especially if you like a sweeter scent, from Francis Kirk de Jean. I like this a lot more than Baccarat Rouge. My unpopular opinion, I don't actually like Baccarat Rouge. It smells very like, again, you know, I don't like really heavy scents, so that one is a bit heavy for me, and genuinely I prefer Ariana Grande's Cloud over it, because that one, it smells like just my age. The other one, when it goes on my skin after a while, it gets really sour almost. It smells like the blend just doesn't work with my body chemistry. It's a little bit sour, it's a little bit like too heavy, and it almost turns at the end into like this kind of alcohol, like bourbon whiskey scent, not in a nice way. Like it just like doesn't work well with my body chemistry, but this one does great things. It just smells really good, and I feel like it matches where my stage of life is right now, like a little bit of sweet, a little bit of like cotton. It's just such a great scent. I like it, and I think you don't always have to go for Baccarat Rouge. Literally, this brand has so many perfumes. You have like Gentle Fluidity, you have like the other numbered perfumes that I think are also worth a try. Even though it's the most famous and apparently the most complimented, I think there are dupes that smell better. Like Burberry Her Elixir, I think smells better. Like I said earlier, Ariana Grande's Cloud, yeah. So definitely this one underrated in the brand. Just so good. You need to smell it. But yes, that is it for today's video. Nice and short, just some perfumes that I feel like people can try out if you like sweeter, rosy scents, and just the ones I was looking at my collection, I was like, why is no one else talking about them? They're really good. But yes, that is it for today's video. Please let me know down below if you like these kind of notes in perfumes as well, and what your favorite perfumes are, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye!